Hello and welcome to the video review for Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Scorn. Now, I am really impressed by the way this figure turned out. Scorn is in fact, by the way, great name Hasbro, really cool. One of the two new Dinobots, Strafe and Scorn, that weren't in the G1 series to be featured in the new Transformers Age of Extinction movie. A lot of people are fretting about the fact that Hasbro has made all these unique colours for each Dinobot when in the movie they're actually just going to be grey. And why not colour them like the original Dinobots? Well, I don't really mind. It gives the characters more. It makes the characters more unique, I'd say. Well, let's start this review. The figure is just near perfect. Now, first of all, I'm going to start on the things that do annoy me. Number one, the legs. They're barely poseable. You can move them forward and backwards, but the tail's just going to make him fall over. I mean, half the Dino mode is the tail. And it doesn't help that the legs are barely... He can barely move the legs properly themselves. It's just... Yeah, and all this kibble gets in the way, and... Well, yeah, it's just... Ugh. But now, that was practically the only negative. Positives. Great colour scheme for the figure. The orange highlights work really well with the red overall, and the red's actually metallic, which I really appreciate. And the face is just badass. And those eyes, it's just wow. Now, because it's a beast mode, I'll have to talk about articulation. Arms have one ball joint, but surprisingly have a lot of range of motion. The legs, as I've discussed, are like those chicken legs, but they really only, without untangling everything, you can really only move one bit on them. The head, though, the head can twist. It can move side to side, or up and down. Though if you do that, his throat's gonna rip. You're gonna rip his throat out. You can open his mouth, and when you do that, it's like this is actually his robot mode hand, and it like pops up like a sort of feather frill or something. I don't know whether that was intentional, but it's still pretty cool. Well, look at all this detail in his mouth, though. He's got like the shrapnel tongue. He's got look at all these teeth, the eyes, the frickin' the silver on the front of this face just makes the figure look even more badass. I don't know why, but well, there isn't really much else to say about the robot mode apart from his spines are a weird soft plastic, which is the same plastic used for his tail, and I don't know why that is. But anyway, let's get this guy transformed. Now, in robot mode, this guy is just... he just looks pretty badass. I mean, this face is something the movies haven't really gone for before. Quite a simple face, kind of like a medieval knight or something. His arms, a lot of this is very G1 Megatron, where you could have his hand as his arm, but it's actually supposed to go like this, where the jaw forms like a shield. I like the whole samurai look the Michael Bay is going for the movie Dinobots. It's just the spine split to form these sort of sails on his back. One issue that I have with my figure is this leg is really loose. As in, you put him down, he's just like, the leg's just gonna give way. I'm forcing this a bit, but yeah, it gives way a lot. We've got this tail, which makes like a sort of, there we go, sorry then, this tail makes like a sort of lance, which I think is really cool. And oh, what's this? He's got another blade hidden in his ass, his dino ass, which he can hold in this hand. I mean, if that isn't enough spikes already, Jesus. I mean, yeah. The figure carries practically all of the deco from Beast Mode, Dino Mode. You can get him into a lot of poses in this mode, as opposed to get him in poses in the Dino Mode. It's like, this is just a really cool figure. I mean, you can... wow. It's like, no matter how much I play with this figure, it's just... spend time posing it and stuff, it's just so... oh, I love it. I really do. I hope the movie's as good as these figures are. I mean, initially, I was just going to completely ignore the fact that Age of Extinction figures were coming out and just not buy them. I was well inclined to not buy these figures. But as soon as the Dinobots came along, that was it. But yeah. He's got these huge shoulder guards. This lance sort of thing is full of spikes, so he can go stabbing at his enemies. It's just... and for some reason he's got teeth on his hips, and I don't quite understand why. Oh well. But yeah, the samurai aesthetic is continued on the crotch plate, because we've got all like the samurai sort of armor detail here. The transformation's obviously a little bit more than just straightening out the legs, because you've obviously got... you actually beef up the legs for robot mode. Autobot symbol there. But yeah, all the articulation in his neck also doesn't go to waste in robot mode. Yeah, he's got a weird thing sticking out his ass, and he's got Spinosaurus arms hanging off his butt cheeks, so yeah. But anyway, there isn't really much more to say on this guy, apart from the fact that he's completely awesome, and obviously you can get him in stores now, and I highly recommend him if you're an avid Transformers collector, or is he just a figure collector in general. He just looks so cool on a shelf. Size comparison here. Let me just grab G1 Optimus from over here without any hands, but oh well, what are you gonna do? So yeah, he's average deluxe size, but yeah, take him away. But yeah, I highly recommend this figure. If you're a Dino lover, Transformers lover, figure collector, just get this guy, man. He's sick. That's all I can say. This has been you'll find my name on my channel. That's not my name, but you'll find it there. And thank you very much for watching this review. Arigato, sayonara.